Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we have a couple announcements, both great for me and for you guys. So today we're going to be taking a look at Capri Tools' new or newer locking flex head ratchets, and these are extra long. I'm going to have a hard time fitting these in frame when we take a closer look at them, but just bear with me. I'm also going to show you guys some other ratchets that I use when I need something with extra length, just so you guys can see the difference, and we'll take a closer look at these. So these things are absolutely amazing. I almost pulled the trigger on getting the Gear Wrench 120 XP's newer locking flex head, and then I started seeing on Instagram and other locations Capri release these, so I was pretty excited about that. They also have different variations of their new 90 tooth ratchets, so I'll kind of go into that and more of the details as we go through the video. But besides taking a closer look at those ratchets and this specific set, we're also coming up on 50,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. I never imagined this channel going that way. I just kind of started it out doing it for fun, and it's just been, you know, part of my life since then. So I really want to say thank you to all of you that watch my channel, those of you that are constantly commenting, interacting with me. I love your guys' input, suggestions, video content ideas, and just your thoughts on what we're going over in those videos. I really appreciate it and love interacting with you guys, so thank you. But for the 50,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway partnering with Capri Tools. So once you guys see these ratchets, you guys can enroll for the giveaway. It's very simple, and you'll get the chance to win either the 1/4 inch locking flex head or the 3/8 locking flex head. It'll be up to you to decide if you are the winner. So we'll get into more of those details later on as we get closer, but it's very simple. All you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to my channel, make sure to smash the thumbs up on this video, and then the only other thing down in the description is the Capri Tools YouTube channel. I would like to get them more subscribers. They have been putting out video content of newer items that they've released, as well as other content creators using their products. And the more subscribers they have, the more views they have, the more content they're going to push out. So you'll be able to see, you know, newer products coming out, items that were recently released, items in use, things like that. So Capri Tools is a brand that I've used for many years, and they have grown and grown, and I've really enjoyed them. I like the improvements that they've made over the years, and they have some really solid products, especially for the price. So if you guys haven't checked them out, go ahead and check out the Capri Tools website, but make sure to subscribe to their channel, my channel, smash that thumbs up, and you're enrolled. Once we hit 50,000 subscribers, I'll announce the winner, and I'll get in contact with the winner so we can get this all figured out. But let's go ahead and take a look at this 3-piece set. It's pretty amazing, so let's go ahead and get into it. So Capri Tools started out with their 72 tooth ratchets, and they do still have those available, and they're a free floating flex head. And then they came out with their 90 tooth design, which is this here. It's just a comfort grip, no flex or anything like that. 90 tooth comfort grip ratchet. And then they actually came out with the extra long ratchets, so the same length as these, but in this design, no flex head or anything like that. And then they also have these. We'll see if in the future, if they make, you know, maybe something more standard length with the locking flex head, or, you know, somewhere around there. But as of right now, they have the free floating flex head in the 72 tooth, the locking flex head in extra long, the standard length non-flex head, as well as the extra long non-flex head as well. So quite a few options, and we'll see what they do in the future. But I was extremely excited when they released this. If you guys follow the channel and have watched my previous ratchet videos, I've released some recently, and I have a couple more coming actually. But when it comes to 1/2 inch drive ratchets, I don't really use them, at least not standard length ones. The only ones I use, which I'll show you here in a minute, is right over here. And because normally when I'm using 1/2 inch sockets or working with 1/2 inch fasteners, I'm using an impact. If I can't use an impact or I need to break something loose, I always grab my longest 1/2 inch drive ratchet. And that's this guy right over here. This one absolutely blows it out of the water. The Snap-on or Matco version of this length of ratchet with a locking flex head is a lot of money, which if you're in the professional field and that's your go-to, more power to you. But if you're a DIY or weekend warrior getting into the professional field, these are going to hold up. I've used Capri Tools for a long time, and a lot, if not all of their products are going to hold up very, very well in the professional field. So if you want to save a little bit of money, Capri Tools also has an awesome warranty. It's nice when you can save a lot. Shoot, all three of these ratchets combined cost less than one ratchet from Snap-on or Matco or Mac of the same, just a 3/8, you know, of this length from one of those brands is going to cost well above what this entire set costs. So this is an amazing deal, and you get a lot for what you're paying for. So real quickly, I want to show you what I use. So for a 1/4 inch, my longest one is this Milwaukee locking flex head. And I absolutely love this ratchet. Absolutely love it. Love the locking mechanism. Love how it feels. It's an extremely smooth ratchet with very low back drag. I like the overall design. Absolutely love it. It's 9 inches long. It is put to shame when putting it next to this extra long from Capri. As you can see here, my longest 1/4 inch is not long when it comes to this. I believe this is 12.5 inches. These are my go-to when it comes to my longer 3/8 drive in flex head. This is a semi-locking flex head from Tecton because they don't have a locking flex head. And then my locking flex head here is the gear wrench. This is the 84 tooth, and these come in at roughly 13.5 to 14 inches. The Tecton one is a little bit shorter than the gear wrench, and I will say this locking mechanism is decent, but not what I prefer. I really enjoy this design over this design, and I really enjoy this design as well. So here is the Capri 3/8 compared to, let's grab my longer one. This one's slightly longer. We'll just match the heads here. There you can see just how much longer the Capri 3/8 drive is compared to my other longest one. And that is at 20.5 inches. And then the 1/2 inch drive, this is definitely going to be my go-to for those stubborn fasteners, lug nuts. Because a lot of the times, honestly, I don't use a breaker bar anymore. A lot of the times I'll throw a breaker bar in like my to-go bag when I go off-roading for those situations, just because it's easier to toss one of those in. This is going to take care of almost all of my problems with stubborn fasteners. As long as I have the room to use it, this thing is going to be an absolute beast. I did forget to mention, I do have a longer 3/8. This is the Tecton 3/8. It's a non-flex head, and it's really good length, but still not quite as long as the Capri flex head. So I did forget to mention that. But let's go ahead and look at my longest 1/2 inch drive, which is the Gear Wrench 120 XP semi-locking flex head. And this is my go-to for a lot of those stubborn fasteners. When I can't use an impact or I need to break something loose, this is what I'm usually grabbing. But I can already tell you, this thing is massive compared to what I've been using. And I have multiple other 1/2 inch drive ratchets, but they're all standard length. Like this one here, I'm not going to throw a cheater pipe on here. I don't like to throw cheater pipes on comfort grip ratchets. And with this, I shouldn't need a cheater bar, hopefully. So these things are absolute monsters when it comes to what I use here at home and what I have available. Also, if you guys haven't checked out Bearded CB82 or Jeff's Garage Adventures, make sure to check those guys out. They've done reviews on both of these, first looks on both of these, and they make some really good, entertaining content. So those are two good ones to definitely check out. So here's the part number, Charlie Papa 90 Sierra Foxtrot X-Ray Lima dash set. It's a 3-piece set. Obviously, you guys can already tell that. The comfort grip. There are 9 locking positions on each one. They are 90 tooth, like I stated. They have the comfort grip and a low profile design. Here's the length for each one. So it's hard to kind of explain just how big these are, but they are extra long. They do come in this nice little blow molded tray, and it's got this cardboard insert to give it more rigidity. So this is something that you could lay in your toolbox if you wanted, if you have the space for it. And you can use this to keep them organized. Otherwise you can, store this away somewhere. And then obviously with the lifetime guarantee. And here's a look at the Capri non-flex head to the flex head extra long. And you can see just how it's almost double the length actually. So then with the 3/8, got those lined up. And then the 1/2 inch, running into stuff over here on the wall. So I mean, they are quite large. And the other thing that I really like about the Capri ratchets is they are very, very smooth and they feel solid. I like the Tekton ratchets with how low the back drag is and how smooth they operate, but they can almost sound or feel tinny. I don't know how else, almost empty. And that could be because of how small of a head design that they use. And I'm not sure how well the mic is going to pick that up, but... And I don't think it has to do with lubrication because I lubricate all my ratchets. They have a light oiling to them. And Capri ratchets, I believe, come pre-oiled. They just feel really smooth and solid. Like there's not a lot of play to them. Forward and back movement, very nice tolerances. As far as a flex head, locking flex head, you will always have a little bit of movement here. Some are much worse than others. It all depends on the design and how tight of tolerances they have with those teeth. But Capri has done a really good job with that, and I think 9 positions is plenty. It is spring-loaded, so when you press this and go to move to the next tooth, it'll automatically lock into the next one. And then you can hold it in and adjust it to wherever you want and lock it in. Works really nicely. Now, the downside is if you're somebody looking for a ratchet that's going to be like a free floating, like if I move this to the unlock position, then it's kind of like a free floating. Obviously it's still hitting the detents, but it, you know, semi free floats for the most part. And then like the Milwaukee is the same way. You can move it over. It is spring loaded as well. You move it over, move it to your position, and it locks back into place. Or you can push it over all the way, and now it's a free floating flex head. With the Capri, you're not going to get the ability to free float the flex head because the button does have to be pushed in, and it's not one that, you know, moves back and forth like the gear wrench. So that is something to keep in mind if you're looking for a ratchet that has that free floating feature of just being able to, you know, flip a switch and it be continuously free floating, where this one's going to lock into whatever tooth comes next. Just to take a closer look at the design, and then I'll break it down real quickly for you guys. Capri always does a really good job on their chrome job. They do have dual teeth on this mechanism down here in order to engage those teeth on the head. So definitely some really good engagement and some really good spring pressure on that switch as well. And then the reverse switch. Locking mechanism for the flex head does stick up a little bit, but with it being further back, I don't think that's going to be an issue. There's plenty of other designs where the switch is up quite a bit as well, as long as this isn't sticking up too high, which they've done a good job keeping the switch here low so it's not switching directions, bumping on something. So I do really like this design. These Capri handles are also extremely comfortable. It's a dual material handle. They fit really good in the hand. For a 1/4 inch drive, that fits really well, and they do get larger with each one. So let me go ahead and tear one of these down so you guys can see inside. Just enough torque. And this is a sealed head ratchet. I do like this design over a lot of the gear wrenches that use the C-clip. I just feel like it holds debris out a lot better. It doesn't get gunked up quite as bad. So there's a little bit of blue Loctite on there. You tend to get more debris and grime up in the head of the ratchet, which is why I like to clean these a couple times a year. They're definitely pre-lubricated. There's your O-ring for your backing plate. Nice heavy duty gear, and I've already shot the pin out, but definitely pre-lubricated. There's also going to be an O-ring on the main gear as well. Pin for the reverse lever, and a nice big beefy pawl. It does state 90 tooth, and I've broke down their standard ratchets as well. Same design and everything. Here you guys can see inside of the ratchet. Let me go ahead and get this thing reassembled. So I have a light behind me, or beside me, so I don't have a whole lot of space to work, so I had to move you over. So that's it as far as the teardown and a quick look at the internals. A very good design ratchet, a very easy one to disassemble, clean, re-lubricate, and reassemble. I like to do mine a couple times a year, just depending on which ratchets they are, especially the gear wrench ones. These being sealed, they don't need it quite as much, but it also depends on how much work you do. So once again, I do think these are going to be fantastic for professional use, and it's an absolute steal for weekend warriors, DIYers. This set right here comes in at $169 for the 3-piece set, which for this length, a locking flex head, and a 90-tooth comfort grip, that's an amazing deal. I think these are going to do just fine in the professional field as well as weekend warriors, DIYers, and they're going to be able to save a lot of people a lot of money if this is something that you're looking for. So if you guys want to see a comparison of these to any other ratchets, please let me know down in the comments. I'd be happy to make a video. But once again, check out Bearded CB82 as well as Jeff's Garage Adventures. Check out their videos. They have some good thoughts behind them and some good comparisons as well. So let's go ahead and wrap this up with some of the details. So that's a look at the new Capri Tools extra long locking flex head ratchets. Absolute beasts of ratchets, and at a really good price for what you're getting. So let me know your guys' thoughts on these down in the comments. But getting back to it, once again, in order to enroll for the giveaway, which will be your choice of a 1/4-inch drive or 3/8 drive version of the ratchets that we just went over, all you have to do is make sure to smash that thumbs up on this video, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to the Capri Tools YouTube channel, which I'll have a link down in the description for you guys. And that's it. Once we hit 50,000 subscribers, I'll announce the winner and I'll exchange information with you guys so I can get the ratchet sent out to you after you choose which one you would like. Also keep in mind, unfortunately for this giveaway, it is limited to those inside of the United States. So keep that in mind. But I think these are going to be a fantastic set of ratchets for me, and I think a lot of other people are going to get a lot of really good use out of them. So I'll have the Capri Tools website linked down in the description as well. But other than that, make sure to comment down below your guys' thoughts on this. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and smash the thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time.